Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I bless you all to achieve, experience, live, express, radiate and share the eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the centers who are sitting with us now live. I welcome all the cities, satsang centers who are sitting with us in two-way, and the cities and centers who are sitting with us through webinar around the world. Today's subject for the satsang: meditation, magnificent state of bliss. As I said, I am speaking on Vibhudipada, third chapter. Today's third chapter, second verse, and 108th sutra of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Tatra pratyayeka tanata dhyanam. Tatra pratyaya eka tanata dhyanam. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as an unbroken flow of knowledge about that object is dhyana. Swami Prabhavananda translates as meditation is an unbroken flow of thought towards the object of concentration. Swami Sachidananda translates as dhyana is the continuous flow of cognition toward that object. Osho translates as dhyan, contemplation, is the uninterrupted flow of the mind to the object. I'll translate this word dhyan as raising the frequency to the certain level, the object on which the meditation is happening and the object which is meditating, both of them lose their boundary and becoming one with each other. This is what I will call as dhyana. Please understand. I am not just translating. I am giving you the exact meaning. Dhyana means, for example, if I am meditating, doing dhyana on this cloth, raising the mind to certain frequency where the mind and this cloth loses the idea of boundary and they disappear into some space where there is no difference, where there is no two exists. It is all about one. Please understand. If you translate dhyana in a very ordinary way, like a flow of the mind towards the object in an uninterrupted way and all that, this almost, you can come to the conclusion, if your mind uninterrupted way flows towards this kerchief, it is meditating on this kerchief, this cloth. No. Then, you can meditate on anything, but that will not lead to enlightenment. Please understand, you becoming intensely concentrated on the kerchief is not going to lead you to enlightenment. That is not going to lead you to enlightenment. Then what is the use of meditating on this kerchief? You need to know the exact meaning of the meditation. The word dhyana means raising your frequency, the mind's frequency, to a certain level where you, means the mind, and the object on which the meditation is being done, both of them lose its boundary and become one. Means all oneness is enlightenment. Please understand. If you meditate on this kerchief, the mind loses the boundary and becomes kerchief. That is not dhyana. Kerchief and mind both should lose their boundaries and become one. That oneness is what I call dhyana. Please understand, it is one of the important sacred secret. Unfortunately, all orthodox translations have missed it. If you have read orthodox, many translations, you will understand what I am saying. When you use the word mind flowing uninterrupted way towards an object is dhyana, what you will make out? You will think, oh, if my mind flows uninterrupted way towards this kerchief, it is dhyana. No, it is not. Dhyana is a state where your mind and the object on which you are meditating, both of them lose their boundary. That is the space where you can experience enlightenment. Even if one thing, either the mind or the object, if any one retain their boundary, samadhi, enlightenment cannot happen. If both of them lose the boundary, whatever may be the object on which you are meditating, you are enlightened. I will give you the difference between the so-called orthodox understanding of dhyana and what I am revealing, the sacred secret as dhyana. There's a story in the traditional literatures of Hinduism. Story of Rishi, Bharata. This Rishi was supposed to be a renunciant, staying in the banks of a river. But one day, he saw a deer dying, giving birth to a small child, baby deer, whatever word you use for baby deer. And this guy got very much attached to that baby deer. And he started taking care, because no mother, he started taking care. Slowly, the attachment grew so much. At the time of death, this Bharata was continuously thinking of the deer, worried about the deer, so attached to the deer, he died and took birth as a deer and came back to live with the deer. This is what will happen if you understand the word meditation or dhyan in so-called old way. What happened here? The uninterrupted flow of a mind of Bharata towards one object has happened. But finally, what is the result of that? He has to take the birth of deer and come back to live with the deer. No, that is not dhyana. That is not meditation. Meditation means where the mind which is meditating and the object on which the meditation is done both lose its boundary. When the boundaries are lost, you experience samadhi, the extraordinary powers and siddhis and realizations. I'll give you another one example. One suppressed class person, so-called untouchable, wanted to have initiation and want to meditate on God. But that village guru is not interested in initiating him. He said, no, I will not initiate a suppressed low-caste person. So this low-caste person made an idea. Every day that guru early morning will go to the river bank to take bath. So he was observing. One day that guru by mistake slipped for some reason. Then he immediately chanted Ram Ram. Usually in Indian villages, if you slip or fall or sneeze, they will chant God's name. So this guy thought, yes, this is a nice idea. I'll go and lie down in the steps of the river early morning. So naturally this guru, in the early morning darkness, he will not see me and he will step on me and he will chant the name Ram Ram. So I'll take his feet touching my head as an initiation and word he utters as a mantra. So he goes and lies down with this plan. But naturally that guru is not an enlightened guy. He did not chant that Ram Ram last time with awareness. So many people were around him, so he chanted Ram Ram. Now early morning, darkness, nobody is there. He was all alone coming to the river to take bath. Plan almost worked out. That guy really put the foot on this low-caste person's head, slipped, but unconsciously he shouted, "Buffalo! You buffalo, what are you doing here?" He shouted. So anyhow, the disciple cannot say, no, please change the word and give me the Ram name, Ram Ram. No. The disciple was a courageous guy, intelligent guy. He decided, I'll take his feet touching my head as initiation and the word he uttered, buffalo, as the mantra. And he sits with the courage and intelligence and confidence, starts raising his frequency of the mind towards the object buffalo. Please understand, it is not uninterrupted flow of the mind. It is raising the frequency of the mind where the object and the mind, both of them lose their boundaries. And he experienced that. And the divine appeared in the form of the golden buffalo, and his mind and the buffalo idea, both of them lost the boundary, and the high frequency was experienced by him as samadhi. Then the local village festival, they are trying to bring the deity out of the temple. He sees the deity in the buffalo form. The priest was trying his best to get the deity out. It's not coming out for some reason. They were all shocked. Why the deity is not coming out? Then this low-caste man, he shouts, "Hey, it's because the buffalo's horns are stuck in the doorway. Little lower it." He goes and lowers it and immediately deity comes out. Means, please understand, the power of object and the mind losing its boundary and vibrating in same frequency. It's a subtle difference, but an important difference. Please understand, subtle but an important difference. This is a very important truth. This is the sacred secret hidden in the sutra, which needs to be revealed. In every sutra, the sacred secrets are hidden. Understand? Dhyana is not just your mind flowing uninterrupted way towards an object. No. Dhyana is raising your frequency of the mind to certain level where your mind and the object on which your mind is meditating, both of them lose their boundary and merge into the oneness. If the oneness is not the base, meditation leads to unconscious sufferings. Meditation means that constantly being connected to some object. What is the use? No. That's no way going to help you. That is not going to help you. So, the sacred secret behind the word dhyan has to be understood so that the right practice can happen. I tell you, right understanding of the country law is important to run the country. Right understanding of the cosmic law is important to experience the cosmos. These are cosmic laws. A small misunderstanding or misinterpretation or wrong understanding will lead to misery, not to one person or two person, thousands of people. That is why I warn you again and again and again. Listen to those great secrets, internalize these great secrets with a lot of care, because the cosmic law, the ideas which you internalize, is going to play a major role. The way in which you think, the way in which you work, the way in which you do the strategy planning about your life. Wrong strategy is not only dangerous for you, dangerous for everybody. Let us enter into the technical terms of the sutra. Tatra pratyaya eka tanata dhyanam pratyaya. The word pratyaya can be translated as cognition, awareness principle, awareness perceiving, different words. I'll translate that word pratyaya as raising the frequency to the level where the object and the mind, which is meditating, both of them lose its independent boundaries. Please understand. If you think dhyana is concentrating on one object, you will get into a lot of disturbances, lot of problems. Many of the Western psychotherapists who started working on the inner space consciousness, including this positive thinking and all, got into a lot of problems. I have seen these people who teach positive thinking, stop worrying, start living, this kind of ideas. And if you see their personal life, they are filled with depression, because now they have one more worry, how to stop worrying. It's like people take sannyas, celibacy vow to achieve enlightenment. Finally, after a few years, how to maintain the celibacy vow becomes a major main focus than enlightenment. That's a wrong space to be in. It's like you get into a train to reach Delhi. By the time you get so attached to the train and you brag about your train so much to the whole world, now the whole priority and everything to become how to be inside the train, not to reach the Delhi. Then you decide, whether train goes to Delhi or this side, that side, I'll sit in the train itself and we will have to do something to be in the train forever, because to the whole world I declared and claimed this is my train and all these things. Now you yourself will fix somebody to stop the train and break the railway track so that the train does not reach Delhi. You are there in the train all the time. This is what I call perversion. Please understand, I have seen people getting perverted in the name of Dhyan. That's the most sad part. Most sad part. The purpose is lost. It's really sad. I have seen these people, in the name of Dhyan, all kinds of foolish ideas being taught. Understand, flowing towards certain restlessness, raising your frequency where your mind and the object loses its boundaries is Dhyan. That is Dhyan. Where you have intense joy and peace, bliss. Normally, if you meditate, if you concentrate on just some object, what will happen? Your mind will become that object, maybe maximum. But your mind is not created out of that object. So even if your mind becomes that object, it will not have peace. It will not be contented. For example, if my mind, even if it concentrates on this kerchief and becomes this kerchief, it's not going to feel homely, it's not going to feel settled, it's not going to feel the moksha, because my mind is not created out of this kerchief. So when will my mind feel the moksha, samadhi, homely? Samadhi means becoming the origin. Sama, adi. Adi means the origin, source. Sama means becoming that. When will that happen to me? If I raise my mind to a certain frequency where not only my mind loses its boundary, the kerchief, the object also loses its boundary. That is where the Sama Adi happens. I'll feel homely, settled. Means the mind has returned to the origin or the source from which it came out or created. So the understanding about dhyana should be proper so that you can experience the next step, samadhi. The understanding of dhyana is wrong, then samadhi can never happen in you. Even if you are put in samadhi, means in Sanskrit we use this word for two meanings. Being buried also is called as samadhi and achieving the enlightenment is also called samadhi. If you have not understood the word dhyan properly, even if you are buried, you are not going to achieve samadhi. If you understand the word dhyan properly, even if you are buried, you will be in samadhi. There's a big difference. The sacred secret you need to understand in this sutra is raise the frequency of the mind to a level where not only your mind loses its boundary, the object on which you are meditating, that also loses its boundary. And both enter into the essence from where both came out. Dhyana is raising the mind to a level where my mind and the object, kerchief, on which the meditation is happening, both of them lose the boundary and become one with the frequency from where both came out. That is what will give the eternal peace, the homeliness. Sama Adi, becoming one with the origin source. So,